Okay guys, so I'm gonna try to do this while my son is sleeping. Hopefully he doesn't wake up before we finish. See, that's a little bit better. Okay. I did not end up recording the coloring. I started to, the rest of the coloring for part 2, and then something happened and I stopped it and I was gonna restart it over again. And I just forgot. So this is what the final product looks like. I think it turned out really well. But then I started thinking I didn't know which of these was going to pair up better, so we're just going to cut them both. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, they were all stamped in the same spot on the cardstock, each piece of cardstock. So I'm going to line it up at, some of them I did at 3 inches, the top of the cardstock. Some of them I did at 2 3/4 when I made the other cards, and I actually think we're gonna do 2 3/4. Okay. Okay. I'm in a weird mood. Sorry, guys. I just got a voicemail from my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter's middle school, the one that's going to be going into high school next year, well, in the fall, that she will be getting one of 3 very special awards that they are handing out. And they wanted to assure our attendance to the ceremony on Friday. So I'm very proud of her, and I guess she doesn't know she's receiving it, so we got to keep it a secret. That means you, Miss Lindsay, who I know is subscribed to my channel and has a big mouth. I love you, honey. Do not tell your sister if you watch this video before Friday. I will know where she heard it from. Yeah, my 11-year-old daughter is subscribed to my channel. She watches every video I post as soon as I post it. She tried to win the runner-up prize when I did my first giveaway. She's something else. Okay, so I need a new blade on my trimmer. So I'm just gonna shave that off real quick with some scissors. We don't want those flying around our card. I actually think I have another blade somewhere. I just gotta find it. I recently purchased the smaller Tim Holtz guillotine, and sometimes you'll see me using that, but I haven't gotten the knack of it yet. My blade, the sharpener blade on the bottom half that keeps your blade sharp, moves around a little bit, so I think it might need to be tightened. I don't know if it was just a shipping thing or what. So I don't like doing the precision cuts like this on that yet. And I like my Fiskars trimmer, I really do. I mostly got the guillotine because, well, I'm pretty sure it was actually in my haul video, because Simon Says Stamp was having a sale, and to meet the coupon code, all I had to do was spend like $5 more, so I ended up basically getting it for free to get $20 off of what I spent, something like that. Now you see how I just laid that down there? You guys want to make sure, and Mindy Egan ended up doing it in her video by accident, that you're lining these up properly when you match them up. Like, obviously this one isn't going back together, but you want to make sure your flower and your leaves, that your picture matches up. You don't want it to be upside down. And my 4-year-old actually was laying down on the couch. I let her have my iPod to watch YouTube Kids, so that she hopefully just takes a little itty bitty nap. Trying to do, sorry guys, I'm trying to do this without actually cutting into my nice straight line here. I don't want to cut into the picture. and it's only like 1:30. Maybe it's almost 2 in the afternoon, so I still have an hour until the older kids come home. Now, I know I mentioned the other day, actually, in part 1, I'm pretty sure, that we have 8 kids all together. So I should probably explain that to you guys. I did not give birth to 8 kids, although pretty darn close. I had 3 children from my first marriage, and they were all, well, right now their ages are 24, 21, and almost 19. And then my fiance, who he was my brother's best friend all through childhood. Who knew, right? You never know what's going to end up happening later in your life. I never thought that I would end up, committing to one of my brother's best friends from childhood. Anyway, he had 2 kids. Well, 1 child from his marriage, and then a child that he had custody of. He had actually just won custody of her when we started dating. He got custody of her when she was about 5 months old. He had dated somebody briefly, and she ended up pregnant but never told him. Not until the day. Drama, right? I'm giving you guys juicy gossip drama on YouTube. I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway, called him the day she had the baby and said, "You're a father. Her name is Kelly. Do you want to come see her?" And then she ended up getting taken away from her mother in the hospital the same day for drug abuse, which was the reason that my fiance had broken up with her to begin with and never knew she was pregnant. Anyway, I have been her mother since the time I came into her life. Her mother never saw her. I'm not going to speak ill of her. Everybody has their own demons and their own problems, and she actually had another daughter after my daughter. And I know that little girl because their mother recently passed away suddenly. So Kelly never did get to meet her, but I have been Kelly's mother for 14 years. I'm very proud of her. I love her. She's the one getting the award Friday. And I also love her sister, Brooke. They have recently, since her father had custody of her, since her mother passed away, she has moved to Buffalo. So we told Kelly everything. I explained it to her. She took it very well. And she just spent the weekend here for Kelly's birthday party. Anyway. Off on another story. Okay, so he had 2 children. I had 3 from my marriage. He had 2 children. And then we had 3 together. So we have, my oldest is 24. And then his oldest is 17, going to be 18 at the end of the summer. And then it was like we started all over again. We have the 11-year-old, and then my 4-year-old, and then my 2-year-old. And most of them are girls. There's 5 girls and 3 boys. We each had 1 boy. My 21-year-old, he's in the National Guard. And the almost 18-year-old is Dan's son. And then we had our son together, our youngest, 2 years old. We wanted a son so badly together. He's the cutest little thing. Okay, so anyway, that's how we have 8 kids all together. So now I've got these all cut. Comment, let me know if I'm giving you guys TMI about my life and you don't want to know. It's just something to talk about. A lot of people always ask, you have 8 kids, how do you do it? You're crazy. It's really not that bad when it's spaced out and some of them are older and you have help from other ones. And I do get a lot of help from my kids. My kids help me a lot. I love them for that. Okay, so we're going to see how this looks. This is the mix and match part. So I made sure I lined them all up the way they're supposed to be. And we're going to try this one here. And we're going to try this one here. And actually, I don't know which I would like more. I mean, you guys, I'm just picky, and I've made so many of them. I'm trying different combinations. But if you're only making the one card, you're just switching. Boom, bang, you know. And actually, I think I like the way this looks better. And then I'm going to do this for the last one, since I have extra. Okay, so that's how we're going to put it together. And you can do it however you like. I did some of them where the strip, I made a whole bunch of these strips. I actually took the wedding sentiments from the June 2017 Simon Says stamp kit, because this kit is a wonderful kit and it has wonderful sentiments, but you guys all know that this is supposed to be a wedding card for my cousins, and there was nothing on here really that spoke wedding to me. So I did a whole bunch of sentiment strips. Congratulations. I did them in different colors because I had some different colors going on in the other cards, as you'll soon see. Forever and always. Congratulations. Silver, silver, white, gold, cool jade nouveau embossing powder, and cool jade forever and always. A sage green forever and always, and it is kind of dark, but I think it'll go good with the greenery and the pink in this card, so I'll probably use that one. Pink forever and always, a white forever and always, and I did do a lot of strips. Take into account that I made like 6 or 7 cards and they all have strips. A lilac forever and always, and I think this one is Cloud 9 wow embossing powder. It came in a kit from last year. Okay, so this is where I'm just gonna start. I think actually this one, it's probably gonna go here. And see, I like the white, but no matter what I did, I couldn't get them little speckles off, and the C kind of got messed up. Let's try the pink. That one is Pink Prism from the Valentine's Day kit from Hero Arts. I have a plethora of embossing powder, and yet I always find myself wanting more. Can't wait to use this, guys. Okay. Let's do a congratulations for this one. Maybe in gold. Okay, put the rest of these away. So now I just cut up some cards. This one ended up crooked, but I made some plain white card bases, and this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna take the bottom half. Let's do this one. And I'm just gonna put my tape. I've seen, I can't remember who it was, but somebody used glue putting the card together like this. Somebody used tape. Like I told you guys before, I am a go-to tape runner girl. It's just easy, fast. I'm very impatient when it comes to sitting and waiting for something to dry. But you can use anything you want. The two-way glue pens by Zig, tape runner. All right, now I have to make sure it's in the right direction. Okay. So we're going to take it and put it on the bottom of our card. Excuse me if you end up seeing my heart, but you really want to... If you cut it a little bit bigger than your card base, you could just trim off the edges afterwards. The problem with that is putting that stamp on and measuring it. I didn't want to have a lopsided flower. I wanted it to be centered on my card, so I did them exact, 5.5 by 4 1/4. But it's still not that hard to put them on. You can always trim down if you go over the edge or something. Which I think I had to trim at least in one spot on every single card. All right, so that's that. And actually I did pretty good. It doesn't really need to be trimmed except that piece from trimming or cutting the cardstock for the base. Why is it not cutting? Okay. And now here I'm going to tell you the two different ways you can do this. Now the one way I did it was to not have to worry about the overlap on the top, which sometimes you still do. And then line this right up, butt it right up against the one you already taped down. And then I used foam tape to pop this up right where the seam is. That's the one option. The way Mindy Egan did it when I watched her video was to put down the bottom panel and then put this down, put this one on top, and then trim off any excess. The only problem with that I found is if you did happen to cut your strips a little bit crooked or a tiny bit crooked, you might see a gap, but not that bad of a gap. So actually I think that on these two I'm just going to glue it flat down, and on that one I'm going to pop it up. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think I used my two-way glue pen for this. That way I could position it if I needed to. Alright, while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to start the next two cards to put them together so you guys aren't waiting a super long time. So that you can see what they look like. There's no point in sitting here and not doing it. And I'm out of tape. Gotta get my other tape gun. You guys know when nothing goes smoothly, there's always something going on. Hi, Beauty, and there's my 4-year-old. Say hi, everybody. You don't want to say hi? You can stick your hand under there and wave. Okay. Just right here, go hi. They'll only be able to see your hand. Go ahead. Hi. She painted her nails with a Sharpie marker the other day. They look beautiful, don't they? Oh, sounds like your brother's up too. I gotta hurry.
Should I say that's my baby brother?
Sure, they can hear you right now saying it.
That's my baby brother.
That's your baby brother, huh? Okay. Put glue on this one. Alright, guys, depending on his mood, this third card over there with just the solid colors with the clear embossing powder, this one, I'll put it together later if I don't have time and just show it to you when I show you the other cards from this kit. But you guys get the gist. I mean, you can really change these up any way you want. I'll show you what I did to the ones I made after I put this together.
Can you touch the do too, Mommy?
Okay, that one will dry. Yeah, you can touch it, but you don't want to touch it and get your hand all sticky if you don't have to. Excuse my head, guys.
Move your head.
Well, honey, gotta make sure I put it on straight. Okay. And then for the top half, we're not gonna put the tape on there. We're gonna put it right onto the cardstock. You can do it any way you want. I just find it easier to do it like that. That way we can take our time putting it onto the card.
What are you doing?
I'm finishing a card tutorial for everybody. See, now if Mommy could fix her editing problems, they wouldn't even hear you right now because I would be voicing over this. Okay. Just gonna line that one up.
I got your toys, Mommy.
Yeah, thank you.
That's him.
Riley, this is Riley, by the way, is my 4-year-old, and she loves making cards. She has a whole 3-drawer container of card stuff, don't you, baby?
Yeah, I did.
And you make cards for everybody, huh?
Yeah.
You make cards welcoming the girls home from school. You make birthday cards and Father's Day cards and Christmas cards.
I don't make Father's Day cards.
Yes, you did. You made one last year, baby. You don't remember?
No.
You're silly.
Okay.
And now I'm just trimming the top off of this. You could do it with your guillotine, you know, or your paper trimmer. I just get terrified that I'm going to cut right through the crease in the top of that card and then ruin it. So I just try to go really slow.
Mama,
What?
can I do a card video with your phone later?
Oops, I just knocked the phone on my head.
Mama?
I don't know. We'll see, okay?
Okay. I like your door.
Can you do me a favor so I can finish up this video?
Yeah, what?
Can you go upstairs and play with Jax to keep him occupied till I come up there and get him?
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
And she said bye-bye, everybody. All right, so that one's done. Well, the front's done. Let's get this one done. Now, I am seeing a little bit of white on the edge of this one, but I don't know if that's the back of the card, the folded base, or if it's the actual base side that I'm gluing the paper onto. So we'll find out in a second. Oh, I see a tiny, tiny bit of white. Not white, not enough to make a difference though, really. So funny. I can hear them through the monitor. She's so nice to him. She is such a sweet big sister. He can beat her, and believe me, he does sometimes. He's a very high-tempered, hot-tempered child. We always say that he got both of our tempers put together. And she still is just nice to him. She, like, apologizes like she did something. I really got to figure out a way to get her out of doing that. Okay. Oh my goodness, I think I hear them jumping on the crib mattress. It's never a good sign. Both of them in there together. I'm also like an overabundant tape user. When it comes to tape runner, it's like I feel like you can never have too much tape. If I ever have to take anything apart, that could prove to be a problem. All right. All right, so this one's got a little trimming on the one side and on the top edge. All right. I gotta stamp these too. My stamp on the back. Totally handmade. It's so cute. I love frogs. Tree frogs. And I found this stamp that I stamp on the back of all my cards. I'm sure you guys all have something similar. A trademark that you do. And then I put my initials in the year into it. All right, they're up there calling me, so this card's gonna wait. I had printed, or actually I have a couple of dies. They print out, or they cut out love you, happy, forever. You guys may have something similar or something a little bit different. Like I wish I had celebrate in a die cut, but I don't. So I had to improvise. So actually, I cut out happy and forever in a couple of different colored papers. So, like this. And then that one's too light. You could put it down here. But I feel like that's too busy down there. Let's do... happy forever and always, or forever? Forever and always. I mean, it sounds repetitive, but the forever is just like a big focal point. It's not necessarily part of the sentiment to read all together. I also have a silver left. I did have a lot more colors. The problem is I used a lot of them to make the other cards. We're going to do it like that. All right, so we're going to use the other glue pen. Glue them on real quick. I don't know if you can hear him. She's making him laugh, and when he laughs, sometimes he screams. He's so cute. And I'm just going over the back with the 2A Zig glue pen. I love this little pen-tipped glue pen for small things like this. It's always my go-to for these die-cut words. This one, I think on the video I saw by Mindy, she had put thanks, but then again, she used a lot of the sentiments that came with the stamp set, whereas I'm making a wedding card, so I couldn't. I'll be right there, baby. And after she attached these sentiments, that is where her card stopped. Nice, simple, I mean, detailed with the look of, you know, it's just simply beautiful. But there were no embellishments. And I started playing around with it, you know, because I didn't want to just full-on copy her. And I purposely did not copy her colors, guys. Because I didn't want to full-on copy her. Her card really did turn out beautiful, though. Okay, so let's get these on. See, guys? See, I don't know if you can hear them yelling, but I definitely can. And it's like making me all rushing now. I almost put that on upside down. Okay, you can put it anywhere you want. Like I said, hold on one second. Okay, I had to ask her to please stop yelling. It was really, really raking on my nerves. All right, I just want to stick that on there. Now, I am going to leave these cards like that, just because I'm pressed for time. you might come back to the cards when I show you the final ones after the 10 cards, 1 kit, and see a couple embellishments, because now I can see I was in a rush, so I got a little bit of dirt stuck on the glue there. But this is how they look when they're all finished. I like the way they turned out. One of these will definitely be used as a wedding card. I was working on this one last night. Something a little different. I haven't decided with the words though, so this one is probably the only one not finished, aside from that one right there. And I used my new lacy cut, I think it is. Lacy borders from Lawn Fawn, the really small one, and cut it on both sides to make that edging instead of putting a sentiment there. And I like the colors on this one. It was actually 2 leftover pieces I had from the other cards. So now let me get you the cards and show you the final cards. So these are all the final cards that I made. I told you guys I went wild. So we have a Forever. And as you can see, this one's popped up with foam tape, that little strip. And it's got Studio Katia Ocean Wave crystals on it. And I think that looks really pretty. And this one's probably one of my favorites. I put Happy Forever together onto the card with a congratulations. And that one's flat on the card, but it's got some pearls. And this one was colored with alcohol markers, if you can see my shading. And this is the bottom half of that, so it's also alcohol marker. And this one was alcohol marker. It's purple and pink. This one, this strip is on foam tape, Forever, with some pink pearls that I got from Hero Arts as like a thank you when I bought one of their kits. So that turned out really cute. And then we have this one. Now this one is in colored pencil, if you can see it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm no expert with colored pencil. I'm still getting the hang of it. And it's got some Studio Katia iridescent bubbles on it. So that one turned out really pretty. And then we've got Happy Forever and Always. And that's the other half of the colored pencil. And just some yellow crystals I picked up at Walmart. And the last one, Happy Forever and Always. This one, I don't know, I didn't like the way it turned out. My paper, for some reason, this purple paper ended up shorter than the card. I tried to color it in with marker, which was a mistake. I'll probably end up trimming that whole edge off so you can't see it at all. And then I put the purple Nuvo drops on and didn't like them. And it looks like somebody actually moved it before it was dry. And ended up putting on Morning Dew and Rose Quartz Crystal Jewel Drop, I think it is, Nuvo drops, and liked those a lot better. Sorry, but this one's probably my least favorite. I should have stuck with just the Morning Dew because that one ended up too big. Those screwed everything up. I got to trim this side off, so I probably will not use this card. But you have to say, one mistake out of all of these. So don't forget, 10 cards, 1 kit, next video, in our next couple videos. We'll also do something with this. This one will be done that we didn't get to finish today. Let me know how you like the video. Give props to Mindy Egan. If you haven't checked out her channel, please do. It's really cool. She does a lot of cool stuff. And hit that notification button. The middle of June, there'll be another giveaway coming up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I love having you all here watching me. Hopefully I can do another video tonight. Start the 10 cards, 1 kit since I got this done this afternoon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.